On fourth down, Fields. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he is going to have the Bears first down, as that'll be a gain of 15 on fourth. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the fourth down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Now Montgomery running right. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stepped out on the line of scrimmage. It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. They're going to go. It's Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, turnabout is fair play, I guess. They had a pick 6 against them earlier, and now this defense, Charles, they get a pick 6 of their own.
And for a moment, let's just set aside how it impacts the scoreboard, because how about the response? One defense gets the pick 6, the other comes back and matches it. These are two defenses that are planning on winning the game for their teams themselves.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the end zone here. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground again here. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain night, and it's a good one. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Phillips now from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Kyler Gordon picks it off. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Fields now to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. They overloaded that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Montgomery is into the end zone for a Bears touchdown. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
We love our jobs. And pretty much any play we see, we're pretty excited about. Big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely look for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson letting one go deep for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Off the play fake. Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. And he is going to have a Broncos first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Williams will try again. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we played 3 quarters. Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to break up 4th.
And I don't think there should be much of a discussion here, but you know how I am. You kick the football, you take the lead. How bold do you want to be in this situation, though?
The kick by McManus is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Fields. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They get him that time thanks to the safety blitz as he sank for a loss of 4. Well, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Fields on first down. Looking downfield for Jones. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a third time. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot.
He's got him in, complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 20-yard line. His huge night, it just continues as he's now north of 200 yards receiving. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. He was brought down by Joe Thomas. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him. They'll find him. Find him.
On third down, Wilson. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Bears are right back in this football game. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback to just throw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, tell all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Fields. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got him in, complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Back to throw, Fields. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
There's so much for the worry about how they would be after losing their lead. What a big-time return to seize the momentum back.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you... He's got him in, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a give to him. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. A toss to the wide side. This is Williams. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Boy, that's a big-time letdown there. You work yourself in position to win the game, but the kick winds up no good. And now you've got to regroup as a team, get the energy back up, and get ready for overtime. And make sure you pump him up, too. He may be needed to try and win it again later.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Looking downfield for Jones. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra point?
Conditions only going to get worse as we get back to football here to start this overtime. Fields this way up at the 17. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this to the 32. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. Being chased out left. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Now it's Fields. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They loved the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years.